borderline retarded is what I think I am. Okay. Anyway, okay, I recorded. So I think once you receive the information, you go back home and you believe anything's possible. And that's what I really believe comes from an event. Now, here's the thing. What you do with that when you come back needs to go back to your motivation. And we're going to talk about some of those things today. Okay, so before I get into the training, guys, 2 things to note, or actually 3 things. European call today at 11 a.m. Pacific. European 11 a.m. Pacific. So 4 hours from now, which will be 11 o'clock California time and 7 to 8 o'clock in Europe at night. So please make sure you're promoting if you have people in that market. Now, obviously, it's in English. So don't just think, okay, I can only put a European person on that call. Okay? Some people say, you know what, I can't get people on the 6 o'clock. Well, then get them on the 11 o'clock. Okay? We'll share the vision for, 195 countries. Don't worry about that. Remember, our job is to get people on into the information. And then, of course, tonight at 6 o'clock, 6 p.m., we have our opportunity call. Okay, so 6 o'clock and 11 o'clock today. Also, tomorrow, please note this, Diamond Zone. Mr. Jeremy Roma will be on Diamond Zone tomorrow. So you want to share that with as many people as you can. And, we've talked about it and put together what we want really people to be focused on for 90 days, a 90-day game plan. 90 days going into the January events so everybody here can rank advance. Okay, so please make sure you're sharing this with your entire group, as you should any Diamond Zone. Okay, because it's really keeping people pulled into the system. So those are the 3 things that we have going on today. So what I want to talk about is really emphasize the training that presidential millionaire Mike Sims did at the conference. And when you hear from different leaders from all around the world, different leaders in different multi-level marketing companies, you know what? It's the same message. It's unbelievable that there's really no shortcuts. And that's what I love about everybody being so transparent on that stage. Just sharing with you what really has to happen. The question is, okay, will you receive the information? Because as you know, human nature in most cases is to take a shortcut. And I will tell you, we always look for shortcuts. Now, here's a great part about World Global Network. There is a shortcut. You know what the shortcut is? 2730. 2730. It doesn't get much shorter than that. Okay, and it's us being creative enough to get as many people as we can to the information. So the first thing we have to do is understand we have to set expectations. Number 1, set expectations for you first, and then for the new person that you're bringing into the business. Set your expectations. Okay, now this goes back to what we always talk about. Okay, what do you expect to accomplish? Let's just talk about it because that'll be the theme for tomorrow. What's your expectations in 90 days? Where do you want to be? You got to write that down. And it can't just be, I want to be a president. I want to be a diamond. Okay, what is your expectation? Okay, let's move it backwards for your daily activity. Because without the daily activity, you could kiss team developer goodbye. You could kiss diamond goodbye unless you have the daily activity. And this is the biggest challenge, guys. I'm telling you, the biggest challenge is the daily activity, the mundane, right? The same thing. You know how sick and tired I am of hearing my damn voice? Oh my, I mean, we're in the car driving back from Las Vegas, and Lisa says, well, I want to hear, how we sounded on stage, because my daughter taped it. And so, I had no problem listening to Lisa's piece, about what she said and how she said it, how she came across, because we're always critiquing each other. Okay. But when it came to my voice, I said, turn it off. Are you kidding me? I got to listen to me driving home from Vegas. Now I'm saying this because, okay, yesterday looks like today. Today is going to look like tomorrow, because there's only certain things you could do on a daily basis. But you got to set your expectations first and foremost for yourself. And then when you bring on a new person, you set their expectations. Now, here's what I mean by that. They're brand new. You got to share with them what you need them to do. Everybody's looking for a leader. And let me tell you why. Most people you will encounter are followers. They need to be told what to do. And this was my biggest struggle. Coming into this type of a business where I was responsible. You guys know my story. Part of my struggle was not knowing what to do because I was an employee. When I went into Bally's every day, I was told what to do. I didn't have to think. They said, Jeff, here's what you have to do now. And I would just follow. When I got involved in network marketing and my own company and my own business, because that's what I always said, I want to be my own boss. Just be careful what you ask for. Okay. Now I didn't know what to do. No one was telling me. And Lisa keeps saying, there's a program you need to follow. But I want you to know that when you sit down with a person, you got to set their expectations. And this is what Lisa went over yesterday, and we're going to go over again in all week. It's getting people to team developer, setting that expectation, showing them, visualize to them what that means. Getting their first two and teaching those two how to get their two, and then the reward that comes from it. It's setting a vision. Okay, and putting names. How about this? Putting names to those circles. Okay, if I sponsor Peggy, say, Peggy, okay, who do we know? Who do you know that would love to sit on top of your organization? Well, I know someone. Okay, put their names to those circles. Get them to visualize it. And then who do they know? And then you start to set this expectation like, this is matter of fact, dude. This is not whether or not we're going to accomplish it. This is a done deal. We're going to do this in 7 days. And they're buying into your belief. It's not like, well, let's put this together and I hope this happens. This is going to be a struggle. No, this is done. Peggy, this is a done deal. We're going to work together. We're going to get you. It's assumptive. Because you guys, you got to know what happens when a person makes that decision. You know what happens, right? Fear comes. And now they're looking at Peggy, and if they see fear in Peggy's eyes, they're going, oh my God, it's the blind leading the blind. I got to trust that Peggy, I'm looking at Peggy going, okay, do you believe? I'm new. Remember, I'm a newborn. All I want to do is eat. That's all I want to do. And Peggy needs to nurse me and coddle me and say, don't worry, I got you. We're going to get you to team developer, Jeff. Look, this is the baby. Don't worry. Don't worry. We got this. And we have to make sure we make the list. And these are the things, setting the expectations. You see how you do it, guys? Now, I have a challenge for everybody on this call. Set your expectation to go team developer again. Set your expectation to go team developer again. That's what me and Lisa are focused in on. Going team developer again this week. Okay? Going team developer again. It's another leg of business. Now, we're double presidents, but we're going to go team developer again? Yes. Why? 6 new people born. That's why. I know what you guys are doing. And guess what? Take this the right way. I could either try to get more out of all of you, or I could add new business legs. right? I'm not happy at double president. So I could keep squeezing Peggy and squeezing Deb and squeezing and squeezing Janice and squeezing Libby to get more out of you, or I could add new legs, right? Because my mentality is, okay, you guys are either going to set your goals or you're not. And I can't take this the right way, but I want you to get the mentality. Take this the right way. Understand that in our business, I'm not going to leave our financial future into the hands of just a few. I'm just not. I'm being transparent, guys. I love everybody. Okay? But what if Peggy goes away? And my whole business was based on if Peggy does it. I love you, Peggy, but Jeff and Lisa still have to pay the mortgage, right? Jeff and Lisa want bigger things. And so I'm going to go team developer again. Why? 6 new people. That's why. And that you don't take your eye off this ball. This is the bread and butter. This is the base. All of you, but I want you to think the same way. Because some of you go, okay, well, I got 6 people. Oh, okay. Do you really think you're going to become a presidential millionaire with 6 people? No. Guys, you never, ever take your eye. It's called Zone 1. Chad talked about that. Zone 1 is recruiting. Zone 1 is recruiting. And this is what you have to make fun. You can't make Zone 1 something you dread because you'll never do it. And the reason why people don't like Zone 1 is because you're dealing with people. Wait a minute, what? We're in the people business. And the reason why people don't like people, can I tell you why? Please listen. The reason they don't like people is because they know most people are negative. You guys, the job is dealing with the negativity. If they weren't negative, listen, they wouldn't have a problem to solve. Does that make sense? The reason they're negative is because they have problems they want to solve. Well, what's our business? Solving people's problems. Find a problem, solve the problem, make a lot of money. That's our business. So I got to find out what the problems are. Set the expectation. And I just showed you how to do it. Set the expectation for everybody. If everybody on the call, 110 people, just think of the volume. If 110 people went team developer, first of all, what's 110 times 6? I don't know, not that smart. 700 new people? In the organization, just think about that if 110 people went team developer. And what's the volume? Is that really that difficult to set an expectation to go team developer again? For you to get 2? And teach them how to get 2? And then drive it down? That's the business. So that's the expectation. Number 2, okay? Train diligently. Train diligently. What does this mean? Okay, listen, guys. Know your craft. These are my words now. Know your craft. Know the presentation. Know your comp plan. To take responsibility for your business. Everybody that wants to build, you got to take responsibility. Okay. Know the structure. As soon as that team developer thing came out, Lisa was like, she was like, you know, she told you, yes, I call her Rain Man, right? She was like, okay, I got to learn this, team developer. I got to understand it. I got to know how to train it. And she sat there that day, and every note she was taking was circles and how am I going to do this? And what's the message I'm going to send to people? Why? It's our craft. This is what we do. Right? You have to know, and you got to train diligently. Now, what does that mean? Train. It's not training, okay, on a daily basis without working. It's understanding that when you go out there, you have a very simple system. but training this, keeping this right. I'm pointing to your brain. And the way you keep that right is what? Making sure you're surrounding yourself with the right people. And this is a good way to start, guys. This is a great way to start. Diamond Zone's a great way to start. Any company thing that company's putting forward is a good way to start. I remember Mike Sims said it from the stage. He goes, I don't care. And a lot of you are really good at this. If there's a webinar, be on it, whether you have a guest on it or not. But you should have a guest on it. If there's a training, you need to be on it. He said, I was a student and I was at everything. Now, back then, they were live events. Back then, I lived in my car driving to city to get to anything. These are our events now. Look what's happening. We bring the event to you. And what I want you to now understand is this. When you train diligently, everybody on this call, it's taking the information and doing something with it. That's all. I had people at the conference, and I can't believe how many people I met. People I had no idea would just run up. Said, oh my God, I love Diamond Zone. Oh my God, this has changed my life. Oh my gosh, blah, blah, blah. Can I take a picture? Okay, and Jeff, look at the notes I've taken. And I said the same thing. They go, what's your best advice? I say, do something with the notes you took. That's my advice. Do something with the notes you took. Take action with those notes. Oh, I loved Ramaccio's segment. Do something with what Ramacio told you. I loved Mike Sims' segment. Great. I don't care who got you, who motivated you. Do something with it. That's what it means when I say number 2, train diligently. Number 3, identify what can hold you back. This is where sometimes this gets tough, guys, because you got to look within. How many of you on this call, I can only see one screen, okay? How many of you on this call have had network marketing experience? Okay, look at all the hands. Okay, now, you know my saying, wherever you go, there you are, right? So you left another company to come over here, but it's still you coming to the company. In other words, it's not the product, it's not the comp plan, it's what's going to motivate you to do something differently than you did at the other company. Follow me? Identify what holds you back. And here's some of the things you gotta look at maybe sometimes. Releasing some of the people that are in your life. Uh-oh. Here's a tough one. And it could be the people closest to you. This is gonna sound awful, but it's the truth. Lisa released me when she got involved in network marketing. She released me. Now, it didn't turn out to be divorce, but she released me because I was the stinking thinker. She couldn't get around it. Okay, she had to put herself in a different circle because I was wishing she would fail. Isn't that sad? I'd rather have been right and broke than wrong and rich. True. I was wishing she would fail when she would come home. And she sensed that. And she goes, I can't be around you. If you're not going to be involved with me, just leave me alone then. That's all she asked. And then some of the people closest to her. Okay, her sisters, some of them. They weren't that supportive. These are the tough things. Do you have anybody in your life that's maybe negative and look at you and go, what are you doing? Why are you doing it? You're spending all this time and you're not making money. You're crazy. Why are you keep doing that? It's not going to work. You can only take so much of that, guys. There's only so much you can take before you break. If your why's not big enough, well, Lisa made it very clear. Okay, if you're not going to support me, get away from me. And I just pouted. And that's what happened. The biggest problem Lisa had was not the business, it was me. And that's the truth. So you got to understand, sometimes you have to release people, unnecessary burdens. All distractions are equal, guys. Some of you are carrying some of your past successes over here. Past successes. Okay, now I don't know how much that applies to this group, but I know for us, we've been very successful. We were top earners in another company. And it's easy to bring that same success over here thinking that what we did there is going to transfer. The skill set transfers, can never take that away from me. Okay, but I still have to get to where I was over there, which is equal to presidential millionaire. So I can't carry that with me. I can't carry my title as top earner from my other company. That's why the mentality is what? I'm going team developer this week. Got to go team developer. Because I love what we do. I really do. It's within you. Okay, also, you could be holding past hurt and disappointment. See, it cuts both ways. Your past hurt and disappointment in all different parts of your life. These are some of the things, guys, that you have to identify of maybe what holds you back. And I'll get to some of the good stuff that you talk about a personal journey. That's exactly what this is. It's a personal journey. I'm going to say it again. It really doesn't have anything to do with the product or the comp plan. Because I was telling Steve Carter, who's you know Steve Carter, he did one of our diamond zones. We're at the same level income. And I said, listen, you could put Lisa and I in any company, and $25,000 to $30,000 a month is going to happen just by osmosis. $25,000 to $30,000 a month. Okay, that happens regardless. It's just boom, got it. I go, but I'm not here for $25,000 to $30,000 a month. I'm here for $250,000 to $300,000 a month. So I got to bring a different attitude. And a lot of people say, I'd be happy with 25 to 30. No, you wouldn't. I'm telling you, no, you wouldn't. Because if you customize your lifestyle, okay, 25 to 30, okay, is just like 5 or 6. Same thing. All we did was up our bills. So when you understand these different types of nuances, these things, this is what keeps you moving forward. But I urge everybody, if there's somebody in your life, you got to have a conversation with them. If you're really focused, maybe that's another expectation. I got to sit down and say, listen, this is what I'm doing. With or without you, this is what Lisa said to me. I'm going to do this. And all I'm going to ask of you is not to be so negative. Let me take my journey. I'm not asking you to do anything with me. Will you at least do that and just leave me alone? That was a conversation she had with me. I'm talking 25, but I remember the conversation. And maybe some of you have to have that conversation with somebody else. The only way you're going to get your significant other or whoever off your back is to make money and show success. People are watching, guys. Don't make no mistake. And here's what happens. If you don't make it happen, they win. If you quit, they win. See, you got to find a little internal motivation that you may have. The motivation of proving people wrong. I don't know what's going to carry you, but you got to find something. And these are the little nuggets that we give people every day that maybe you grasp on and go, you know what? I'm going to have that conversation today. Well, that's a stepping stone to taking you where you want to go. Okay? Number 4, follow the example of people making it happen. Follow the example of people making it happen. And when you follow that example, copy, cheat, and steal from them. I love what Mike Sims said. You know, in school, if you copied, cheated, or stole, right, you were expelled. Over here, you could get stinking rich by copying, cheating, and stealing. It's true. And everything we teach is to help you take your business to the next level. But remember my conversation before we all went to Vegas? Taking the advice from people that have what you want. Don't take advice from everybody. And remember I said, counsel upline first. So we know that the person you're getting this advice from really is giving you the right advice. And the way you find out is by talking to somebody that's vested in your success. Okay, so Peggy, who was it that talked to you? Oh, it was so-and-so. Okay, well, so-and-so, see, Peggy's my money. Peggy's my money. So Peggy can make sure when she counsels me, I'm going to give her the right advice. Why? Because Peggy's my money. Why would I give Peggy any wrong advice? That would be stupid, wouldn't it? So Peggy gets advice from somebody who has no vested interest, but they just like to hear themselves talk. And here's what I'm doing, Peggy, and this is what I'm doing. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing this. I'm doing it this way. And Peggy's taking notes because she thinks this person, right, knows something that I haven't told her. Really? But I'm telling you what happens. But then Peggy goes, okay, I got to remember that training. Jeff said, because I do trust in what Jeff's saying because he's vested. Jeff said to take the information and share it with him, and he'll tell me if it's the right advice. Because there's got to be that trust. You got to trust somebody, guys. Right? Got to trust them. So wouldn't it make sense that you trust the person that's vested in your success? So I say, Peggy, listen, great person, but that's not 557. That's not the 557 system that we teach. You guys know what 557 is, right? Well, yes, I know you do. Okay? And Peggy, okay, got it. Now rip up those notes, Peggy. You know how many people will take a note or a nugget from somebody, okay, that probably hasn't made a dime yet, but they're the expert? No, that's what I'm talking. Follow the example of people making it happen. Diamonds and above made it happen. Diamonds and above, but still, even if it's a diamond or above, still counsel upline to your personal enrollment tree. That's where you got to get your advice. Okay, down. Number 5 is a big one, and it steps on a lot of people's toes, but it's what I believed from day one. If you feel good, you do good. Ramasio talked about that. If you feel good, you do good. But that's been my being. If Jeff doesn't feel good about Jeff, first and foremost, it's hard for me to go out there and try to make other people feel good. Does that make sense? So when I say take care of yourself, I don't know what personal goals you have, maybe. Okay, but I'm a firm believer in starting an exercise program, just giving you advice. Now, you don't have to do anything, okay? Because it gives you, find something that makes you feel good. I don't know what it is for you. If it's not exercise, maybe it's a good song. Maybe it's feeding yourself personal development. Whatever it is that makes you feel good. And I'm telling you, when you find things that make you feel good, it gets you around other people. Isn't that our business? Why do we go to the gym every day? Because there's people there. That's why. And not only can I take care of Jeff because I'm exercising, but I could also then get into conversations with people, right? Build rapport. Some of you need to feel good. Because if you're trying to attract me, and I'm somebody that's always exercised, okay? I watch what I eat because I know what I can and what I can't eat. I could look at somebody's eyes and I could see if they feel good. You tell a lot from somebody's eyes. I could see if they're deficient in things. I could see their energy level. And now I got somebody that looks like death warm over trying to recruit me. And I'm thinking to myself, are you even going to be alive long enough to sponsor me? I know that sounds harsh, but you know what? It's the fact. Don't you think people look at you? Don't they see your energy? Don't they see your excitement? And this is why some people, I just don't know why this doesn't work. Because you're not working on you. That's why. The biggest challenge some of you will have is working on yourself first before you could bring somebody else into what you got. Take care of yourself. This is a business that requires energy, right? I expel a lot of energy every day. And when I hit that bed, I am out. I'm done. But when I wake up, I can't wait to wake up. But that just doesn't happen. Now you start eating all the wrong things and you don't exercise for 15 years, it shows. Oh, Jeff, this is too harsh, huh? Well, then log off. Okay, I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you these are steps. Now that doesn't mean you listen. Well, I got to work on that doesn't mean you don't send out text messages while you're working on yourself. I'm telling you, one good week of exercise and eating right and taking responsibility, 1 week makes you feel good. You might not want to be, you might not be where you want to be, but I'm telling you, after 1 week, feeding yourself personal development, reading a chapter a day from a book, that makes you feel good. And just look at all the different things. These are things that when you look at successful people, okay, and I'm telling you, these are some clues of what needs to happen. Okay, take care of you. If you don't, no one else will, right? But let me ask you, is it easier to work out or not work out? Not work out, right? What should you do? Work out. Is it easier to send text messages or not? Not. What should you do? You should. You see, it's always the things that we don't want to do is exactly the things we need to do. There's a clue. If you don't want to do something, it's a sign you should do it. Well, I don't want to talk to people. What should you do? Talk to people. Oh, there's somebody right next to me. I'm in the Uber car. Should I strike a conversation? And you got the other voice. He won't do it. Then the other voice said, how do you know? And then all of a sudden you say hi and get no conversation. Is this what you do full time? Well, no, not really. I do this during the day. Watch what happens. What? You're an engineer and you're driving Uber? Well, yeah. And then watch what starts to happen. But is it not easier not to start the conversation? But you got to play this game. What if I didn't tell this person? What if I didn't? And that's my next team developer. That's the game you got to play. What if he's the person that builds me a huge business and I didn't even say hi to him? That's the game. Every person you don't talk to, this is proven, could cost you from $50,000 to $50,000 a month. $50,000 to $50,000 a month. We know on one business leg that we sponsor, we were making $50,000 a month. On one. What if we didn't talk to that person? And here's where it's getting fun, guys, and not fun. Here's where you got to really put that fear of loss. If you don't talk to people, those people, somebody else will. True conversation. I had a call with somebody yesterday. I just got done working out. I went to the sauna and I went to the pool to cool off yesterday. Okay. Now, phone rings. It's this person that got involved about 6 months ago. He goes, hey, I saw you guys were in Vegas. I said, yeah. He goes, well, I got to tell you that I had my list made 6 months ago, and I know you haven't seen me, but you know who was on my list that I just saw get a check that walked across that stage? I go, who? He goes, Travis Flaherty. Travis Flaherty just made grand president. Grand president made $175,000 in 9 months. I said, I broke out in a sweat. There's a guy that we brought in, and he had Travis Flaherty on his list. He didn't call him because he said, I didn't think he would do it. But Mike Sims did call him. I go, do you know that cost you $125,000? That you not making that call cost you $125,000. I go, were you good friends with Travis? He goes, yes. I go, I got to hang up. I go, I can't even talk to you. Because I sat down with the guy. I go, who do you know? Let's go to work. Disappeared. You have those, right? I have those. I can't make him. But then he calls me and tells me this. I go, why are you telling me this? Just leave me alone. Don't tell me this. I go, now, do you have any more of those types of people? He goes, yes. He goes, okay, it's motivated me. I'm ready. Okay, well, you just lost 125 grand. Now, I'm telling you, there's people out there that are waiting for us to talk to them. You don't know who the next top earner is. You don't know who the next team developer. Forget top earners now. Our focus is team developers. Because here's what's proven. When someone goes team developer fast, they usually go diamond faster. That's what you look for. All right, so guys, take care of you. Look the part. Feel good about you. Daily personal growth and development. Number 6, follow the rules. A lot of you need to hear this, okay? And I know most of you are following the rules, but here's the rules. 5-5-7. 5-5-7. The 5-5-7 system works. It's leading people into the information. And when you go out there, there's no other system. That's the thing that works. Obviously, you got 2, 5, and 30, right? That's the information into the 5-5-7 system. Okay, if you don't know what the 5-5-7 system is, right, take responsibility and go and understand it. I know you do because we train on it, 5-5-7. So when you do that, okay, you submit to the system. There's other things you could do that feeds into the 5-5-7, but that's our business. It's 5-5-7, right? 5 people on your left, five people on your right. Getting them into all the different events. Getting them ranked advanced. It's a very simple system. We'll train on it again this week. And I'm just telling you, if you're not hearing it from your leaders, it doesn't work. You don't buy a McDonald's franchise and say, you know what, I'm going to change the way today we're going to make the hamburgers. Okay, no, I think we're going to grill them. Let's not fry them, we're going to grill them today. Do you think that happens? No. System works. Okay, and then last but not least, okay, number 7, posture. You get what you want. Okay, by setting your expectations. Lead from the front, guys. The mentality I want everybody to have, and I've shared this with you guys a lot, is you have what everybody would want. Now, I'm not going to put the globe up, but understand that's what people are looking for. Who doesn't want something we offer? You got what they want. There was a presidential millionaire. Wow. 18 years old. 18 years old on stage, presidential millionaire. Did you see her posture, whoever was there, walking across the stage? You see how she walked? That was a child prodigy, that girl. She just walked with confidence. And I love what she said. You know what she said on stage? She says, I'm 18. But I know more about the world than they do, which makes me expert. I got what they want. I don't care how old they are. They don't know what I know at 18 because they don't know about world. That's her attitude. Crazy. I got the chills listening to her. I'm saying, where do you come from? Are you kidding me? She goes, posture. She'll talk to anybody. And then I'm thinking to myself, you don't even know English. I mean, it's not even her native vocabulary. She's talking to us. I mean, come on, guys. Then I look at myself. I'm going. We're all looking at ourselves, going. This. Here's what I said, sitting there. I said, this girl's going to either motivate everybody in this stadium, or she's going to make most people quit. It's going to be one or the other. They're either going to be on cloud nine, they're going to go, oh my God, I got to get out of here. I'm done. Now, obviously, most people got motivated. But it really makes you look inward, right? And you see this person. Okay, just on stage, 18. But I love what she said. I have what they want, which makes me the expert. You guys, you've accepted this opportunity, all of you. You're the expert. When you talk to somebody, they don't know about world, so that puts you head and shoulders above them. So hold yourself with that posture. But you'll only do that if you feel good. You only do that if you've learned your craft. You'll only do that if you've trained diligently. You'll only do that if you set your expectations, because you know where you're going. And when you know where you're going and you feel good about where you're going and how you're going to get there, you have a different posture. That's how I looked at WOW when she walked across that stage. She has a different posture than 95% of the people. And you're saying, well, that's because she's presidential millionaire. No, she had that posture before she became presidential millionaire. Okay, but I'm telling you, every rank you achieve, you have a different posture. But you got to believe it first. So posture, everybody, today. Your 7 days starts. Go Team Developer. 117 people now. Go Team Developer again. Right? Maybe today's the day you start doing little things that's going to make you feel better. Maybe today's the day you have that conversation with the negative force in your life that you say is holding you back. Maybe today you set your expectations. I don't know. Whatever it is, sometimes you just make that decision and things change. So these are just some of the things. I love this training that Mike Sims did. Okay. And obviously I just brought it to you, and we're going to be doing this, guys, all week and into next week, all the different trainings, and we're going to bring Vegas to you. But tomorrow, remember, at 7 a.m. Diamond Zone tomorrow, get as many people as you can. We're going to set a 90-day business plan, okay? Myself, Lisa, and Jeremy Roma, okay, on what we need to do in the next 90 days to help everybody go to the next level. Okay, so once again, as I close out, 11 o'clock is what? Pacific time, European call. 11 a.m. Pacific. And tonight at 6 o'clock, we have our business opportunity call. Thanks, guys. Appreciate all of you. See ya.